When I was a child, I dreamed of becoming an actor, a sailor, even a firefighter. Now, people know me as Alibaba. I'm over 40. Sadly, I've got neither family nor home. I'm still looking for my calling in life, for my place in the world. Sometimes fighting helps me get close to that goal. People tell me I'm a legend, but really, I'm just an ordinary man. I literally have no place to live. I'm a bum. Many people think of them as alcoholics who just lay about in the streets. People who don't know me think I'm a bum just like that. It's a very tough life. Every day you have to find a new place to spend the night. It can be really hard. I use the entrances to blocks of flats, not so much as a place to sleep, but as shelter from the cold and to kill time through the night before the underground opens. It's very unpleasant sleeping in the entranceway to a building when it's minus 20, or even just 0 outside. It's freezing, and what's worse, the floors are tiled. I can only just kill away that time. Sometimes I might even read a book. Unfortunately, you can't escape from yourself. Of course, I'd spend my nights very differently if I had the chance. It's young guys fighting here. They're much more skilled than I am. In fact, they're a lot better than me. You shouldn't be afraid. You just have to climb up into the ring and do what you can.
Если предстоит тебе тяжелый бой, знаем, мы всегда с тобой поддержим, не оставим всей толпой. В сумку капу, перчи, шорты, незачем нам по подъездам шоркать, лучше в зале попотеть и в этом преуспеть. Каждому свои цели, свои расклады, свои...
To tell you the truth, I screwed up. I didn't take that fight seriously. I wasn't entirely focused. I still had a lot of fun, though. You just can't relax. I didn't pull myself together in time. That was my mistake.
A technical knockout in 1 minute 10 seconds.
Well, they say God helps those who help themselves. It's lucky for me that the referee did stop the fight. He chose not to take a sin into his soul by allowing a 40-year-old man to get beaten up. I guess I love the theatre so much because I never did become an actor. That's what I always dreamed of in my childhood. But in the end, I was a realist. Because of my speech impediment, I never even tried for college to become an actor or director. Normally, whenever I get the chance, I take my friends to the theatre or cinema. It was a play called The Three Musketeers, a classic by Alexandre Dumas. It was interesting to see what was new about this version.
Hi, buddy.
Hi, can you take the dog away?
Sure thing.
This is where a good man and his family live. His house is always open to me.
Will you have a wash in the bath?
Certainly. I've been dreaming about it for ages.
Well, Vyacheslav, come in. Here's your bed.
Perfect.
It's always here for you.
Oh, thank you.
Tea or coffee? What are you up to now?
Tea. Sometimes I literally have no money to buy food. But I always remember that each day will bring its own bread.
Do you keep in touch with your mum?
Yeah,
Does she ask you to go home?
of course, every time. But she knows I'll never go to live where they're living now. I'd rather lead the life I have now.
You like this way of life?
I don't like it.
Why not then? Return to your mother, to your family.
If they live somewhere else, in any other place, in any other town,
You just don't like the town.
I simply hate it. I detest it. If I went there, it would just be for my parents, Mum and Dad, just because of them.
This is the first time I've worked on a live man. I worked at the morgue for 8 years, and now I have to shave a living man.
After this, you could become a hairdresser.
Maybe.
I can already feel it's going to be awesome.
Wow, even I didn't expect it to be so cool.
Wow, it's great. This is wonderful.
Well, if you want, we can trim the side a bit. I can cut hairs, but nobody cares.
I can come here and hang out for a while. But I don't like to sponge off other people. So I only use this as a last resort. When I need to take a moment, or to rest, or maybe when I need a wash. Hello, everybody. It was so nice of the guys to give me the sports gear. Although, just then I was thinking of ending my sports career and everything. But it seems I'll have to wear this outfit in competitions for a little longer. As a rule, I'm normally a light sleeper. But this time I slept like a log. Someone managed to steal my rucksack from underneath my head. I pretty much had my whole life in it. My medals, my gloves, my mouthguard, my famous red shorts with the black line. Ali Baba's lucky shorts.
And a special Champions Cup also for you.
We are the champions, my friend.
I think caps look rather good on me. Sometimes my friends help me. They buy my tickets. From time to time, I'll fight for money. Then I use the cash to pay off my debts. I decided to visit the city of Voronezh and the local club with my fans, you could call them.
Let's go to the club today. We're going to practice striking.
Yeah, that's perfect. Maybe we can do some light sparring.
Easy.
I'll get a good beating from the youngsters.
Go, work, work. Focus. Come on. Both of you, chins down. Look how you're standing. What are you waiting for? Do you want your chin to be kicked? Watch your stance. Come on. All of Vyacheslav's rivals. They're younger and they move faster. He punches hard, but he's slower. We want him to build up speed and accuracy. 1-2. 1-2. I've never met a man like him. He's traveled all over Russia, from Vladivostok to the Chechen Republic, and he's been to Belarus. He's come out with good results everywhere he went. Sometimes he had 3 competitions in a week and won a medal in each of the tournaments.
Let's especially thank Vyacheslav. You really inspired us today. You showed us that this isn't just a sport for the young. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for spending time with us. Come back. Right here, Alibaba.
Just Alibaba? That's all?
Whatever you want.
Actually, I'd rather not reveal the history of my fighting name. I've had several nicknames, but Alibaba was the most successful of all the characters I came up with.
Everybody dance now.
Если предстоит тебе тяжелый бой, знаем, мы всегда с тобой поддержим, не оставим всей толпой. В сумку капу, перчи, шорты, незачем нам по подъездам шоркать, лучше в зале попотеть и в этом преуспеть.
It's a creative tandem. Each of them has his own solo career. They got together specially for me.
Будь первым, а не под первым, поднимай лучше железо, а не зеркало. Лучше 10 минут жесткого спарринга, чем пятачок хорошо замученного варика.
I like the final version of this song very much. It'll be my music when I walk out onto the ring. It inspires me. From the very first notes, I become speechless. I can't do anything. While others are drinking, I'm hanging out in the gym. I asked the guys to write a track that young people would listen to, that would motivate them.
I can write lyrics. I figuratively express how I see the world from the outside using different images. I try to portray Vyacheslav in this text, in verse.
A whole sports movement could come out of this song. I'm telling you.
I choose sport! That's it.
Sometimes I need to get onto the suburban trains. Necessity is the mother of invention, as we all know. Our people have invented so many ways of getting there without paying. I don't always have the money to buy a ticket. I often travel on the suburban trains. You can sometimes sleep there if you can find a seat at busy times. Plus, they turn on the heating. You can warm yourself up. I can have my sleep on this train after a sleepless night. I sleep there, but I'm not the only one. A lot of other people also come here to sleep. Actually, these suburban trains are the brood of evil. You hear so much nonsense. Who slept with who got drunk, who got divorced. St. Petersburg is the combat sports capital of our country. If I come here with the young guys, beginner fighters, I take them on a mini excursion. I show them the main sights. Just a brief trip. By the way, I've walked over the Yanechkov Bridge so many times, but at last I've seen something new. I think one of those horses is covered with a horse cloth made from a bear skin. That was something new to me. I also got interested in that painter. Since I finished art school, I've been very interested in the creative process. What strokes he chose for painting this particular landscape and why.
You're an experienced fighter. Tell us, please, do you still ever feel anxious or agitated?
Not anymore, I don't. I just go out into the ring and put up my hands. Actually, I'm afraid of something else. I'm not fond of fans supporting me. It's such a big responsibility. Need to warm up my face.
I said steady your arms. 1, 2, 3.
As a rule, I don't really warm up before a fight. When guys ask me why not, I always tell them, don't follow my example. It won't help the beginners, and the masters don't need to. Gosh, my mouth is so dry. Probably because I almost had no sleep. I hope I don't get a blocked nose. I'm not breathing well now. I'm dizzy and sick and need the John. All the excitement, I suppose.
Okay, relax. All right?
Next is round 3. In the red corner, Vyacheslav Yurovskych, known as Ali Baba from Moscow, a real man at 41. In the blue corner, Yegor Yemelyanov.
Если предстоит тебе тяжелый бой, знаем, мы всегда с тобой поддержим, не оставим всей толпой. В сумку капу, перчи, шорты, незачем нам по подъездам шоркать, лучше в зале попотеть и в этом преуспеть.
Yegor went in for defensive sambo. I expected him to use a lot of striking techniques and to really beat me up.
Come on, harder. Good. Punch. Punch harder. Right.
Round 1.
The most disappointing thing was that my right foot was injured, so I couldn't kick out as much. Otherwise, I'd have shown him. I would have prepared a couple of surprises for him.
Fight!
Come on. More. Protect your head. Block his hands.
The winner is Yegor Yemelyanov. 7 minutes, 34 seconds.
Hey. Breathe. Breathe deeply. Take a deep breath. Don't gasp.
Run the cold water.
Cold water?
Yep.
In the shower?
Yes.
Okay, take him to the shower.
They could stop the fight in the first round just the same. It makes no difference.
Oh, well. The first round was all right.
You're a sport. You were leading on points in the first round. Everything's all right.
Don't lie there on the floor. Get up. They stopped the fight in the second round. I don't think that's fair.
He started bleeding a little. Perhaps that was why.
Just because of that. I don't think it's right to organize a tournament in your own city and favor your own guys. It's totally wrong.
I would have liked to have a family and children, but at the moment, with my way of life, that just isn't at all possible. Maybe later, though. I have no bread and butter to be able to provide for a family. I wouldn't want any children of mine to be down and out and have to grow up without being taken care of properly. I wouldn't want that. Having a family means having responsibility.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you for keeping me company tonight.
We thought of Vyacheslav as our friend. True friends are hard to find. It's better to be friends than to stay together for a short period of time. We've been friends for 20 years now, and with God's help, we'll stay friends for 20 more. I don't think he'll be able to do without it anymore. He's developed a taste for risk and adventure. He's even had a taste of success, you could say.
Everyone thinks that sport, especially fighting, is just about the sportsman or some other men, but not me. And Vyacheslav shows that anyone can do it. We're not made of glass. Nobody dies or loses consciousness from one blow to the head, or even 2 or 3. Vyacheslav simply shows that in fact any man can do it. And I think every man should be a fighter, a hunter. That's how nature made us.
Fighting is a double-edged sword. Oh my, I don't want to fight. I'm through with it. I never even thought about following a fighting career. So when people started worshipping me, you might say, I began to live up to that cult image. that legend. There are only two possible outcomes to this situation. You can be successful and everything works out well. It's a happy ending. You have a home, you go to Miami, and it's all about fancy cars and hot chicks. The other option, you die in the ring.